Question 11 then, from paper 2 of the 2019 Higher Maths. There we go, there's the optimization question in its original two parts. Part A, derive this expression from some geometrical situation, for instance, and in the second part, usually for an awful lot more marks, find its maximum or minimum value. Here it's find its minimum value. So the first part is derive this expression. So what's it all about? There's a novelty-shaped cardboard box. Well, that just looks like those bricks you get to build garden walls, doesn't it? There's a novelty-shaped cardboard box, which is basically a cuboid with a square top with a square hole through the middle. There's a square prism going down through the centre of it. This is 3x, that's x, and the height's h. And what does it want? The height, etc., etc. Also tells you, because you need this extra information, the volume of this is going to be 2,000 cubic centimetres. And you have to find this expression for the total surface area for 3 marks. This seems a bit much actually, because when you look at that, there's quite a lot of surfaces. That hole down the middle, those are external surface areas. So basically you've got the surface area of the whole box as if that wasn't there, so I'll have to work that out. So what would the area be of the, what I call it, the outside? Well, there's 2 parts, the top and the bottom are 3x by 3x. So it's 2 lots of 3x by 3x. And then the 4 sides are the same because those are squares, remember it's 3x by 3x. So there's 4 lots of, and the sides will be 3x by h. But that includes this little square in the top and this little square in the bottom. So I'll have to subtract 2 of those little squares, 2 of those x times x's. And that's just the outside. So what does that come to when I tidy that up anyway? We've got 9, 18x squared plus a 12xh minus 2x squared. So far we've got, taken the 2 away, 16x squared plus 12xh. Now that's for the outside of the box with that little hole at the top and the bottom. Now inside you've got these 4 walls, these 4 vertical rectangles which are x by h. So the area inside, which is still part of the outside, is 4 lots of that x times h, which I shouldn't really have to write again, but I will, 4xh. That means then that the total area is going to be a outside plus a inside, that's maybe inside, which is 16x squared plus 12xh plus another 4xh. So that's going to be, this is getting a bit much for 3 marks, plus another 16xh. But that's not the end of it, because now this area is expressed in terms of 2 variables and it's to be expressed solely in terms of x. I want this to read a of x equals. So I'll need some connection between x and h. Well, the volume's that connection. I'm going to have to start underlining things here because I'm going to lose track of things. That was the outside area, that was the inside area, so that's the total surface area. Now I need to work out the volumes here. You know, usually, I don't know if they're just thinking this, but usually a lot of classes are told, oh, just don't bother with part A and do part B, because part B is worth a lot more marks. And if you've got time, go back to at the end. So that must happen quite a lot. Maybe the SQA were thinking here that, oh, they never do part A, they never eat what we put in front of them. So if they're not going to eat what we put in front of them, let's just stick this down in the table, this pile of, let's just call it tripe here in front of the table, because they're just going to leave it anyway. Right, where are we? So volume, well, it's a cuboid, so that's 3x by 3x by h, minus an inner cuboid, which is x by h. So that's going to be 9x squared h minus an x squared h, so that's 8x squared h for the volume, and that gives you a connection. So h will equal, and you know the volume, that's 2,000. So h will be 2,000 over 8x squared. Got the second mark yet? Must have. This will be the third mark now. Put it all together. Not much room left. So a of x will be, now I can replace that h with this h. So you've got 16x squared plus 16x times, and h is 2000 over 8x squared. Only just going to make it here. That knocks that down to a 2, makes that a 4000. This has been left alone, so it can happily just sit there. So that becomes 4000. 8 into 16 is 2. 2000 is a 4000. That x knocks out one of those x's, just leaving an x underneath. And there you are. You've got yourself 3 marks. And so to part B for 6 marks. To minimise the cost of production, the surface area should be as small as possible. Find the minimum value for 6 marks. That's probably the point at which most of you would just tend to go in, because you would just ignore part A, I would guess, even if it was a normal short one. So, it's not quite ready to go. You could do it in that form, but they'd like you to put it into a suitable form for differentiation, which is to have the x in index form. So the x comes up to the top, it was power 1 underneath, so we'll go up to power negative 1. Now you can differentiate it. If it's going to have a minimum at all, then there has to be some sort of stationary value, because otherwise it would just keep increasing or decreasing forever. So will it have a stationary value? Differentiate it, multiply by the power, take 1 off the power, multiply by the power, which is a negative 1, so that's 4000, take 1 off the power, negative 2. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that back the way it was. Negative 2 means it was really x squared underneath. It's okay doing that to differentiate or integrate, but when it comes to solving equations, you want the variables back where they belong. So we're going to say this: if there is a stationary value, an optimum value, you can maybe write that one fully, that would mean that the derivative should equal 0. That means that 32x minus 4000 over x squared should equal 0. Solve that equation. First thing, don't want fractions. Multiply by x squared. So 32x cubed minus 4000 would equal 0. And it's perfectly fine multiplying by x squared, because x can't be a 0 anyway, or there wouldn't be a box in the first place. Then 32x cubed will be 4000, so x cubed will be, it's just a case of solve it, get rid of all the bits and pieces, over 32. Now you could put that into your calculator, but with cubes, it's getting close to something there, because 1000's a perfect cube and 8's a perfect cube, so just dividing that by 4. But you could just put it in your calculator anyway, leaves that, so you've got the cube root of that, and the cube root of that is going to be 10 over 2, which is 5. Now, it's not enough to leave that and then put it back into it. You have to demonstrate, even though it says it's a minimum, you have to demonstrate that that's a minimum. I'm not letting myself room there, I'm going to do it up here. So something happens at 5, and that's a dash of x, and you know what it is, the derivative 0. You need something before and something after. You don't particularly need to specify what they are. Ideally they should be as close as possible, but if it's a smooth continuous function, you could actually step away quite safely and find out what's happening until you get to 5 and what happens after you leave 5. So if you were to imagine something like a 10, then this term here, that would be 100, so that's only 40, but that would go into the thousands, so that means this term would be positive. And if you imagine something like a 1, so you're taking 4000 away from that, that's going to be negative. And that'll do, it'll still stay the same as you get closer to 5. So it ends up looking like this. That means you do indeed have a minimum at 5. But even though it said that in the question, you still have to demonstrate it. Now you can just finish it off. So what is the minimum area? Minimum area will be when x is 5, so that will be, I have to go back to the original formula. Don't use that one. It'll be 16 times 5 squared plus 4000 divided by 5. Don't actually need to use a calculator because that's 25, and the 25 times table is easy. Every 4 of them make 100, so that must be 400, and that's obviously 800. So there's 1200 That must be centimetres squared.